Overreaction Monday is here as it's another victory Monday for the Chicago Bears. My name is Harrison Graham. This is Bears Now by Chat Sports. Want to get into some more topics following the Bears' 19-17 win over the Vikings in Week 11, and the Bears are in first place. Exciting times. What's also exciting is the growth of this channel, and that's a testament to all of you and to Bears fans everywhere, whether you've subscribed or not. If you've ever watched this show, I greatly appreciate it. If you want to join the family, if you want to sub for Bears Dubs, hit that subscribe button. We're less than 300 subscribers away from the big 140,000 on the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to rock and roll with us all season long and into the off season, hit that subscribe button. It is free. Okay, Overreaction Monday here. Can the Bears actually win the NFC North? Two Smoking Jays. People are talking. It is definitely a possibility. Now, it's not a guarantee. I wouldn't even say it's very likely at this point, but it is certainly possible. When you are in first place through 11 of 18 weeks, you have a chance to win the division. Doesn't matter how you got there. That's where the Bears sit. They are on top of the NFC North through Week 11 at 7-3. The Packers are 6-3-1. Detroit, after losing last night, is 6-4 and actually outside of the NFC playoff picture. And then the Vikings, which is something we discussed all week, was if you can beat them, you really kind of create separation between them and the rest of the division. So for now, feels like a three-team race. First place Bears. Feels good. Long way to go. But I think 100% of Bears fans would agree with this. If you were told before the season that you would be in first place in the division in mid-November heading into Week 12, we all would have taken it regardless of what it looked like. Is that not true? I think if you would disagree, coming off the years the Bears have had before this, I think you're lying to yourself. I think you have to be extremely excited about what's taken place so far in the first year of the Ben Johnson era. Now, again, long way to go. Got some tough games. Steelers at home this week. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers plays. We broke that down last night. He's undergoing further testing on his non-throwing wrist. Sounds like there's a slight break in there. Will they sit him a week? We'll wait and see. Black Friday against Philadelphia, that could actually have huge seeding implications here in a couple weeks. At the Packers, Browns at home, and then Packers again. You get them 2 out of 3 weeks. Obviously, that's huge for the division. You would say you got to at least split those two. At San Francisco, then Detroit at home. Like there's tough games across the board. Even Cleveland. Cleveland yesterday might have beaten Baltimore if Dylan Gabriel doesn't get hurt, which is crazy to say because I don't think Dylan Gabriel is that good. But Myles Garrett's a problem. Myles Garrett on Theo Benedet, that is going to be a problem. We'll talk about that later on in the show, actually. But I want to ask you guys, who do you honestly think wins the NFC North? CHI for the Bears, FGB for the Packers, DET for the Lions, MIN for the Vikings. I've thought all year Detroit was the team to beat, and last night they underwhelmed. And guess what? You get the Lions at home in what should be a cold, windy environment. I think that plays into the Bears' favor because Detroit indoors has given the Bears big problems, just like we saw in Week 2. I actually think you have a chance to win that game in Week 18. Okay, our reinforcements coming soon. For Smoking Jays, it is happening. Now, whether or not it happens this week or in 2 weeks from now, whatever the case may be, you are, barring a setback, set to get back 3 key pieces to your defense. Jaylon Johnson, who had his practice window open on Friday, has not been activated. We'll see if he plays this week. I would guess he probably misses one more game, and then we'll see if he plays on Black Friday or against the Packers in Week 14, but who knows? Maybe he returns this week. Kyler Gordon, who they can open his practice window this week. He has now missed the 4 games required for short-term IR. We'll see if it's a quick turnaround or if they sit him another week or two. And then TJ Edwards, you would imagine, is very close as well. They did not put him on a short-term IR. He's missed the last couple of games, so you would imagine his chances of being back this week or next week are pretty high. And let's face it, these are 3 of your top 5 or 6 defensive players. You would obviously add Kevin Byard into that mix, especially with how he's played this year. Tremaine Edmonds, Montez Sweat has come on. He hasn't been great, but he's been better. But these 3 guys, especially Jaylon Johnson, Kyler Gordon, TJ was playing really well before he got banged up again. Like, these are critical pieces to your defense, a defense that Dennis Allen has found a way to be scrappy and lead the NFL in takeaways. I mean, you get some key guys back. Look out. You could be feeling really, really good about where things are going. We'll talk about that a little bit more here in just a second, but do want to tell you guys about our awesome sponsor. That is Brunt. The best working boots I have ever owned come from Brunt. The holidays are coming up, and if you're looking to get your pops, your brother, or any other fellas in your family a gift, yourself perhaps, some boots from Brunt are a great option. Choosing work boots used to mean sacrificing comfort or durability. If they felt good, they didn't last, and if they lasted, they wrecked your feet. Brunt thought that was BS, so they built tough boots that feel great from day one. As a homeowner, new homeowner actually buying a house right now, there's always projects around the house to work on, and Brunt's boots are no doubt the most comfortable work boots I have ever worn, and they felt comfortable right out of the box. But they're not just comfortable, they're built to perform. Whether you need waterproof, safety toe, soft toe, pull on, or lace up, they've got options that can handle whatever the job site is that you're walking into. Right now, for a limited time, our listeners get $10 off at Brunt when you use code CHAT at checkout. That's bruntworkwear.com. Use code CHAT. You're good to go. With temperatures dropping and the holidays coming up, it's a great time to treat yourself or the hardworking man in your life to real comfort. Skip the throwaway gifts and get him something built to last. Brunt Workwear. Our listeners get $10 off their entire order with code CHAT at checkout. That's bruntworkwear.com. Use our code CHAT, C-H-A-T. Order today. Let them know that we sent you Bears Now by Chat Sports. We would greatly appreciate it. All right. Could the Bears' defense be pretty big time down the stretch? I think the back seven could be excellent. You got Kevin Byard playing at a very, very high level. You've got Jaylon Johnson potentially coming back. Even if he's just like 80, 85% of his normal self, that's good. Tyreek Stevenson and Deshaun Wright, they're up and down, but they're scrappy. Kyler Gordon coming back. C.J. Gardner-Johnson has been fantastic. Brisker's kind of hit and miss. I thought he played better yesterday, even though he had a brutal friendly fire on Tyreek Stevenson, which forced a dropped interception and got him banged up, but we know he can mix it up. And the linebackers, right? TJ Edwards coming back, Tremaine Edmonds, who's had a really good season. I think you can feel pretty freaking good about the back seven down the stretch if guys can stay healthy. That's obviously a big if, especially what we've seen this year. Now, that being said, the pass rush is still a problem. It's just not good. There was a few times yesterday Grady Jarrett got in there and helped, lead the first J.J. McCarthy interception. That was a nice play. Montez Sweat a couple times a game pops, but it's pretty inconsistent. Austin Booker's flash, that's good, but it's a weakness on this team. And you don't have the guys to fix it. There's not going to be a scenario where all of a sudden this front four is consistently winning their one-on-ones. It's just not going to happen. I mean, how many times yesterday during the watch party am I going, JJ's got all day to throw, clean pocket. Luckily, they dropped a few passes and he missed a lot of throws. But if the back seven is elite, which I think there's a world it could be if guys are healthy, then this defense can be pretty good. I do think this defense can be pretty good. It's probably not going to be a top 10 unit given the lack of a pass rush, but I think it can be a unit that's already creating a lot of turnovers and can be a little bit better than what it has been this year. Okay, last topic I want to hit on, and then we'll sign off here before we go live this afternoon. Is left tackle a problem? I won't go full four smoking Jays because it's not a complete disaster for Theo Benedet, but I'm going to go three smoking Jays. I just don't think he's a starting left tackle. I think the arm length is notable. I think guys with power give him problems. And look, this shouldn't be surprising. He was an undrafted free agent last year out of Canada. Like, the fact that he's not been a complete train wreck is a miracle. I also think it's fair to say he's probably not the long-term answer. Doesn't mean he's not valuable to have. Doesn't mean he's not a quality backup that can play both tackle spots, can play guard in a pinch if you need him to. He's actually pretty good in the run game. He's athletic, so you can get him out in space. That block a couple weeks ago against Cincinnati where he's just driving a guy into the Bengals bench. Like, he does some things well, but you get him against a good passer. I thought Dallas Turner gave him fits. Jonathan Grenard would have really given him fits. Long term, I think you got to be looking to upgrade there. But for this year, it is what it is. And listen, how many teams have 5 really high-level offensive linemen? Now, I didn't think the O-line as a whole was great yesterday. I think even Darnell Wright had some trouble. But left guard to right tackle, you feel pretty good about. Like, you can't really complain. It's still a much better unit than what we've had in previous years. But let's face it, coming up, you got some big-time edge rushers. Now, T.J. Watt does not line up on the left tackle. Now, maybe they'll move him over there a few plays here and there, but he strictly goes up against right tackle. So that'll be more of a Darnell Wright assignment. But Jaylon Phillips has really popped for Philadelphia. You got him in a couple weeks. You got Micah Parsons twice. You would think that Green Bay is going to match him up on Theo Benedet. Myles Garrett, guys, he looks like the best player in the league. I mean, he has 15 sacks already. He might break the sacks record this year. That's going to be a challenge. The Browns are excellent on defense, led by Myles Garrett. And then Aiden Hutchinson, really good player. So Theo Benedet and Darnell Wright, they got some big tests coming up. I mean, it's going to be a challenge for these offensive tackles, especially the second-year Canadian Eagle in Theo Benedet. So look for Ben Johnson to use tight ends to chip a lot. They ran a lot of 12 personnel yesterday. I would expect that to continue because he's just not going to survive on an island against some of these guys. I mean, Benedet against Myles Garrett one-on-one, you might as well just punt. It's just not – it's not going to go well. So, yeah, you're stuck with what you got. I don't think they're going to – I would be shocked if they activated Braxton Jones. I don't even know if he's healthy, but even if he is, I don't think they're going to go back to him. They don't seem like they don't feel like Ozzie Trapillo is ready for that, so I don't think that's coming. So I think you just kind of got what you got, but it would not be surprising if at some point a game gets wrecked by an opposing defense because Benedet just cannot hold up. To this point, Ben Johnson and company have done a nice job to help him and prevent those disastrous plays. Is the Bears' long-term left tackle on the roster? Because that is a different question. Because there's a world where Darnell Wright moves over in the offseason, or they kind of reset the Ozzie Trapillo experiment in the offseason. I think there's a chance that the long-term left tackle is on the roster. There's also a chance he's not, and that you just have to address this position in the offseason. So type Y for yes, type in for no. Let me know if you think their long-term left tackle is on this team. Also, don't forget to subscribe and join us this afternoon. We go live every single Monday, Thursday, and game day, and on Mondays and Thursdays, we go live at 4 o'clock Central Time, so subscribe and join us. Plenty more Bears content to discuss. We'll see if we have an Aaron Rodgers update as the Bears play the Steelers this week. We will see you guys then. Bear down.